I mean, it's going to be a huge challenge this week, just like any other game is for the rest of the season. South Carolina is one of those teams that's always been a tough challenge for us, and a great defensive line that we've had to deal with and scheme against every year, in and out. And they're a top 10 team this year, so obviously they're very good, and we've seen them play. So we got a big challenge ahead of us. So we're looking forward to it.
A lot of people said last year maybe Peyton Manning ought to win the MVP just because of how much the team struggled when he was gone. Did we get a sort of sense of what Max means to you guys on Saturday?
I mean, he means a lot to us, but at the same time, we don't miss a whole lot of strides with anybody in there at quarterback. We feel comfortable with whoever's in there. It's just, we watched the film yesterday on how we played, and just as a whole offense, we started off drives great and then just kind of withered on them, and it was mistakes that everybody made. It wasn't all on Morgan. It was, as an offensive line, we were getting pushed back in his face a little bit to where he was having to make some throws that he wasn't able to step into, that he was throwing off his tippy toes trying to get the ball over our heads. So that's just as much on us as it is on him throwing those interceptions, because a couple of those were our faults too. So although we didn't give up sacks, it makes us look like the heroes out there, but we weren't. We were getting pressure. He got hit a couple times, things that shouldn't have been happening. So we just got to go back and just start from ground zero again and get ready to play this week.
How are you feeling? You had some injury issues?
Yeah, no, I feel fine. It was just got a little beat up in that Western game, but after this week, I feel pretty good. We were able to come out and be a lot more physical against Florida than we were against Western, so we felt pretty good about that as an offensive line overall. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure everybody's healthy. Nobody's suffered any serious injuries from this game, so we'll be good and getting those guys back on the field and be ready to go.
Do you wish people would be patient with this team? I know you guys hear so much, and do you ever kind of wish that people would just slow down and maybe be more patient?
You always want to wish that, but at the same time, you look at the fans' point of view. We're starting off 1-3, and our schedule's not going to get any easier. So, we can see where they're coming from, but it's up to us not to listen to that, and we just got to focus on what's within our locker room and just be able to pick each other up and to kind of keep moving forward as a team and just to do what we know what we can do. We turn the ball over against any team. It's hard to do. Luckily against Western we were able to come back against those guys, but when you get into SEC play and you turn the ball over at all, it's always tough to come back from that, especially when they're able to capitalize and have a pick six and things like that. They're just huge. The defense played great, and we set them up for a couple of failures there on some things. So they're really stepping their game up, and it's just up to us as an offense to keep moving forward.
How bitter a pill was last season's South Carolina game? They keep chucking the ball with their backups in the fourth quarter, and really made it clear they were going to put it on you guys.
Yeah, it's understandable because we beat them 2 years ago when we shouldn't have. And we came out ready to play that game when they were just coming off a huge win, and we're able to beat them here. So it's kind of set up in the same situation this year. Hopefully we can do the same thing, that they're coming here to Commonwealth and we're able to go out there and put one on them and kind of shock the world a little bit. That's what we're always playing for every week, and that's what we're going to be looking forward to this week.
Does a loss in that fashion stick in your craw for
it
the whole
does.
year?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest losses that I've ever been a part of, in all my football career, and it's just it takes a little bit out of you when a team comes at you like that and just doesn't let up. And it's something that we remember, and it's something that we're going to remember going into this game, that we have to come out ready to play and just to keep pushing forward no matter what happens in this game.
What do you think the fan reaction will be like when you get back home here?
Are you talking about after South Carolina or after this?
Coming out Saturday.
Yeah, I'm sure that the fans are going to be a little disappointed in how we played so far, but all we can do is just ask them to keep supporting us. We know there's a lot of people out there that are going to support us no matter what, and we appreciate those fans. And we're playing for those people that come into Commonwealth on Saturday. So as long as they keep showing up, we're going to keep trying the hardest that we can, and we're hoping that they'll stick around, because we're going to start making some improvements and trying to turn things around.
A lot of NFL talent up front for the South Carolina team. What kind of challenges is that for you?
Yeah, every week you have that NFL defensive line that we're playing against. Florida had a couple guys inside with that Omar and Sharif in there that were, all SEC guys coming into the season, and it's just playing against guys that weigh that much and that are that strong and that physical. It's always tough, but again, it comes back down to the basics as an offensive line, that we have to work together in order to move those guys and to protect our quarterback. South Carolina is really good at throwing a lot of different things at us, whether it's blitzes or up front with what they do, moving around. But we just got to be on our toes, ready to go.